guys, today we're going to learn a very interesting chapter, Jalebi's class site in your English textbook. So let's see a little summary of what the story is going to be. So an honest boy is on his way to his school carrying money in his pocket to pay the school fees. A sight of crisp, syrupy jalebis in the market excites him and the coins in his pocket begin to jingle. You know what does jingle mean? Like they begin to start and they begin to say like, what are you doing? Stuff like that. So after a long debate with himself, he yields to the sweet's temptation. After a long time, no, I can't use it, and then he was like, why not? Stuff like that, okay? So let's just get started. It happened many years ago when I was in 5th standard at the government school Kambelpur, now called as Atak. One day I went to the school with 4 rupees in my pocket to pay the school fees and the fund. When I got there, I found that the teacher who collected the fees, his name is Master Ghulam Mohammed, was on leave, so the fees would be collected the next day. Although the day all through the day, the coins were simply sitting in that pocket, but once the school got over, I was outside, they began to speak. What's that? Okay, it's getting interesting. Alright, coins don't talk, they jingle, go kanak kanak. But I'm telling you that day actually they spoke. One coin said, what are you thinking about those fresh hot jalebis coming out of Kado? In the shop over there, they're not coming for nothing. Jalebis are meant to be eaten and only those who have money. Obviously, you won't like get free jalebis, when you're like, hey shopkeeper, would you mind of giving me jalebis? He'll be like, what? Give me money. Instead of when I'm making that I'm home, that's a completely different story. So in the pocket can eat them, and the money isn't for nothing. Money is meant to be spent and only they spend it. Who like jalebis? Look here, you 4 rupees. I said to them, I am a good boy, don't misguide me or it won't be good for you. I get so much at home that I can even consider looking at something in the bazaar as a sin. Besides, you are my fees and my fund money for school. If I spend you today, then how shall I show my face to Master Ghulam Muhammad in school tomorrow? And after that, to Allah Mian at Coinmat. You probably don't know it, but when the Master Gulham Muhammad gets angry and makes you stand on the bench, he simply forgets to let you sit till the last bell rings. So it's best you stop chewing at my ears like this and let me go home straight. The coins disliked what I said so much, and that all of them began to speak at the same time, which is like a chaos, do you like that? I hate it, okay? So obviously everybody hated it. When when the teacher is gone for like the 5 minutes, you all start to talk to your friends, just going back, that's just what happens, and the whole class would be like blah, 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 talking something. Okay, and then there was such a clamor that passed by the bazaar stared eyes wide with surprise at me and my pocket. The coins of those days were a rich thing and made me so much more noise too. Finally, in a panic, I grabbed all 4 of them and I held them tight in my fist, and then they were very silent. Yes, right? When you stop your mouth like that, I can't talk her. That's how they were. See, the boy is literally running. Oh my god. Okay, so after taking a few steps, I loosened my grip. Immediately, the oldest coin said, here we are trying to tell you something for your own good, and you try to strangle us instead. Tell me honestly now, don't you feel like eating those hot jalebis? And then, if you do end up spending us for today, you won't get the scholarship money tomorrow. Sweets with the fees with the scholarship money. End of the story. Kisa khatam, paisa khasam. What are you saying isn't right, I replied, but it isn't that wrong either. Listen, stop blabbering and let me think. I'm not a common sort of boy, but then these jalebis are no common sort of jalebis either. They are crisp, fresh, and full of sweet syrup. My mouth started to water, but I wasn't about to swept away so easily. In my school, I was among the most promising students in the 4th standard exams. I even won a scholarship for 4 rupees at a month. Besides, I came from a particularly well-to-do family, so I enjoyed considerably the prestige. I never been once to beaten so far on the contrary. Master G had got me to beat the other boys for a child, the status. Standing there in the middle of the bazaar eating jalebis? No, it wasn't right. I decided to clench the rupees in my fist and came home. So, what is Kisiya Khatam Paisehasm? End of the story, Khatam we say, right? So, blabbering is like talking confusely, I just don't understand. Like, prestige is something when you are like, oh my god, I don't know how to do this, just talking too much about yourself, which is pretty much like the respect, okay, which is, said in the book. The coins were so keen to be spent that day, they kept up their attempts at persuasion till their voices began to choke. When I reached home, I sat on the bed. They began to speak. I went inside to have lunch. They began to shriek. Throughout, I fed up and I rushed out of the house barefoot quickly and I ran towards the bazaar. Terrified, I was but quickly told that halwai to the weigh a whole rupee worth of jalebis. His astonished look seems to be asking where I had the handcart in which I would carry all those jalebis. For 1 rupee, there'll be like the shopkeeper is saying like, how in the world are you going to carry the jalebis? Like there are going to be a lot. Would you have like a handcart or something? He was asking like that. So I would carry all those jalebis. Those were inexpensive times in like the times of olden, when things were not that pricey. He was like, oh my, 1 rupee fetched more than 20 rupees of dust nowadays. Oh my god. So the halwai opened up a whole newspaper and heaved a pile of jalebis on it. Yes, right, a lot we would have seen, right? Obviously, when we get that peanut mixed in carrots and stuff like that, they'll put it in a paper. They just wrap it like a cone and put the jalebis or anything which we are buying in it, which is so cool. And I still remember all those stuff. So let's go to the part 2, which will be in the next part. So stay tuned. Bye.